The night that changed everything, BTS members Jungkook, Jimin, and SUGA appear at Jin's concert, a reunion that moved the world. There are nights that pass without meaning, just a blur of ordinary hours. And then, there are nights that mark a shift in the universe. Nights that don't just end with applause, but leave ripples in the hearts of millions. June 29, 2025, was one of those nights. It was supposed to be a beautiful evening, yes. An emotional, long-awaited solo concert by BTS's eldest member, Jin. Fans had flown in from all over the world, lining the streets of the venue in waves of purple, holding light sticks, letters, and hope. They were ready to cheer, to cry, to celebrate his journey. But no one knew they were about to witness something far more powerful. A sudden shift in the air. In the middle of the concert, when the energy was already soaring high and the crowd swaying in sync with Jin's voice, a shift happened. It wasn't announced. It wasn't planned, at least, not publicly. But suddenly, as the cameras scanned the crowd, something shifted. A figure, dressed in all black, appeared on the screen. Black shirt, black cap pulled low over his face, black pants. But the moment his eyes met the camera, every heart in the arena skipped a beat. It was Jungkook. The Golden Maknae. The youngest, the most elusive in recent months, the one fans hadn't seen since his enlistment, was suddenly there. Seated among fans. No spotlight. No grand entrance. Just, present. The crowd screamed. Social media lit up in a digital wildfire. And within seconds, another face appeared. A smile, soft, warm, and familiar. Jimin. Radiating peace, seated gracefully beside him. And then, the camera panned once more. Another presence. Quieter, still, but unmistakably powerful. SUGA. A collective gasp. The crowd had just been handed a gift beyond imagination. Not a performance, a presence. They didn't perform. They didn't speak. They didn't take the mic or step onto the stage. But they didn't need to. Their presence alone commanded the entire stadium. They came not as stars, not as public figures, but as brothers. Brothers showing up to support their own. Brothers who had walked alongside Jin for over a decade. And on this night, they were not idols, they were family. The fans' reaction, global heartquake. The moment quickly became a global phenomenon. Within minutes, hashtags like #OT4Reunion, #JinConcert, and #BTS1 were trending in over 30 countries. Videos from different angles flooded timelines. Armies at the concert uploaded footage while sobbing, their hands trembling, capturing every second of this surreal, emotional moment. International fans who were watching from afar felt the impact as though they were seated in the front row. Through live streams, fan uploads, and raw reactions, the world became smaller. That stadium became a shared space for millions of souls. One fan posted, "I thought I was just coming to see Jin tonight. But I left with tears in my eyes, knowing I had witnessed the beginning of something so much more." Jin's performance transformed. Jin had already been performing with heartfelt emotion. Songs like The Astronaut, Epiphany, Moon, and his newest tracks took on deeper meaning. But with his bandmates watching, something shifted in his delivery. He smiled more. His voice trembled at times, not from nerves, but from raw feeling. He looked out into the crowd, but every now and then, his eyes would glance towards the corner where they sat today. There was an intimacy in that gaze. A silent conversation between brothers. No words needed. Just understanding. In one quiet moment between songs, Jin spoke. "There are some very special people here tonight, people I've missed dearly." The crowd roared. Everyone already knew. But hearing it, feeling it, was something else entirely. Their silent language. Throughout the concert, cameras caught fleeting but unforgettable moments. Jungkook grinning softly at Jin's jokes. Jimin clapping gently with the fans, his eyes shimmering with emotion. SUGA nodding slowly to the rhythm, arms crossed, lips curved in quiet approval. It was a different kind of performance. Not one with mics or choreography, but one told through glances, stillness, and memory. A performance of brotherhood. A moment 2 days in the making. Rewind 2 days earlier, June 27, 2025. A Vietnam Airlines flight attendant shared a humble story online. She had served two mysterious yet familiar passengers on a commercial flight, Jungkook and Jimin. But instead of rushing for photos or attention, she chose something rarer: respect. She kept her distance. She served them professionally, warmly, and quietly. Without fanfare, she left a handwritten letter expressing admiration and support. A letter from one heart to another. Her story touched thousands. She showed the world that true admiration doesn't always need to be loud. Sometimes, the quietest love is the most powerful. Was this just a visit, or a message? That night, fans everywhere asked the same question. Is this the beginning of something new? Some saw it as a casual visit. Others saw something deeper. Maybe it was a signal. A soft whisper that a new era is approaching. One where the brothers return, not as boys, but as men. Not as rookies, but as legends. Together again. They had come not just for Jin. They had come for us. A love that never left. BTS never truly disbanded. They were never broken. Just scattered by circumstance, waiting for the right moment to rise again. And that night, something rose. Not just emotion. Not just screams. But hope. Hope that after every goodbye, there is always a hello. After every solo path, there's a meeting point. They didn't need to sing, they spoke with their hearts. And what a message it was. In a world obsessed with noise, this moment was powerful because it was quiet. Because it was real. Because it reminded us why BTS changed lives in the first place. Not just because of their music, but because of who they are. As people. As brothers. As a family. They didn't need a comeback stage to shake the world. They just needed to sit together, and the earth trembled. The legacy continues. As fans left the stadium that night, hearts were full. Not just because of Jin's brilliant performance, but because of the unspoken message from the shadows. We're still here. We're still one. And we will be back. If this story brought tears to your eyes or warmth to your heart, you're not alone. Share this video to celebrate the power of silent love, quiet presence, and lifelong brotherhood. Comment below, what did this reunion mean to you? What do you hope will come next? Like, share, subscribe for more stories that go beyond the stage, into the soul.